Hey, what's up, everyone? Let's go ahead and do an audio check. Let me get my screen situated. We're going to get started. Let's wait for this to pop up, notification, and we'll get going. So let's do audio check. Audio's good. Thanks, Scott. Oop, notification's out. And let me turn the volume down. Nothing like hearing your own voice. Anyways, guys, sorry I'm late for the live stream. It's been a pretty rough day. Shit. Well, I guess for the sake of being honest with everybody. So, anyways, I had a pretty big dinner, and needless to say, about 20 minutes ago, I was in the bathroom downstairs just having awful diarrhea. So, and then when I was done, I realized I didn't have any toilet paper, so I had to waddle upstairs to get it. And then by the time I got upstairs, I just gave up and took a shower. So that's why I'm late. So, anyway, welcome to the live stream. You can go ahead and start putting your questions in the comments section, and we'll get this show rolling. Might as well do the initial announcements. It's not really many announcements. The buy my shit coral sale is still going on, or sorry, the fall coral sale is still going on, and this is getting monetized. Yeah, John, already. So you guys can buy one, get one free on the beginner SPS, and read the fucking description. If it doesn't say I'm going to add a free coral, that's not a free coral. That's not a buy one, get one free. It's also in the title. So just know. Y'all emailing me going, what one's free? I don't know. Maybe the one that fucking says it's free. You know, whatever. But anyways, hey, what's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, go ahead and put your questions down. I think that's it. There's not really any other announcements. Going to be a busy weekend. Scott's coming over tomorrow. We're going to hang out. Get some work done around here. I got a whole bunch of shit I got to get done. So Scotty boy's coming from New Jersey. Anyway, shit talk in the first 2 seconds. Yeah, Scott, I figured I'd get out of the way. Tonight's beverage is the seltzer grapefruit. It's flavored seltzer water with other natural flavors, which basically means just a bunch of dumb shit in here. But anyways, it's decent. What's up, Gabe? You got anything smart to say tonight? I wish both of these chats showed up at the same time, man. But anyway, so yeah, some videos I'm trying to do this week is I'm going to be removing all the sand from my refugium. It's just got a bunch of detritus in there. There's a whole bunch of crap. It's dirty. The macroalgae is getting dirty. It's just a mess. So I'm going to remove all the sand from the refugium. Should be pretty easy. I'm just going to isolate it. I'm burping over here. I'm going to isolate it and then just kind of pull all the sand out and do a water change, make sure it's good to go. It's got a lot of those deep, black, nasty pockets. Plus, again, there's a bunch of like poop and crap in there. It's got to get cleaned out. It's getting old anyways. Anyway, the other video is going to be the calcium reactor. I have to take it completely apart and clean it. The media, I don't know if you guys know this, but over time, it doesn't turn to slush, but it just kind of gets dark and nasty stuff kind of going inside the reactor. So I just got to get in there and pull out all the media, clean it, and I'm going to try to save as much as I can because it's quite a bit in there. I don't want to waste it all. Did I actually want? I'm waiting. Gabe, I have your other stuff coming up on this screen, but the other one on the StreamYard hasn't popped up yet. It's been what? Jeez, it's been a while. There we go. Finally coming up. I don't know why it's taking so long. Do you actually want intelligent or smarts? I don't know. How's the tank doing, Gabe? I know you said you were moving last week, and you were worried about issues with that. So how's it doing so far? But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started here. How's your elk doing? Did you ever find out why it didn't go up? No, it's still low. I have a feeling it might be the media, but that's the only thing that would really impact the alkalinity at this point because the flow is at what 7.1 gallons per hour. I have to check on the FMM module, but it's like 7.1 gallons per hour. Plus, I have the pH as low as I possibly can without melting the media. So I'm thinking it's just the media. And I'm not really going to be able to confirm that until I can get some more media. I'm trying to get the reborn. I'm asking around. I'm talking to a couple wholesalers now to see if I can get one of those big 50-pound boxes. I think it's 50. It's either 40 or 50-pound boxes of that reborn stuff. So, yeah. So it's got to be the media. I mean, the flow's good. The pH is good. I mean, if I go any lower in the reactor for the pH, it's actually going to completely dissolve the media, which will turn to mush, make it useless. So I don't really know. Unless I mean, the only other thing it might be is that my pH probe might be not calibrated anymore since have yet to calibrate it since I set it up. So that'll be one of those things that I do when I'm working on the calcium reactors, just recalibrate the pH probe, because you never know. It might say, let's say 6.4 or whatever, but it might be like 6.9 or 7 because it's not calibrated correctly anymore. So that's definitely something I'm going to look at and see. But again, I do want to start using some more Reborn because this new stuff is, it's okay. So, but I brought some corals. Where'd you bring them? What are you talking about? I think you can roll the dice game, see what happens. Yeah. Tank looks amazing. That's good. You sure it's yours? Okay. What's the pH in the Geo? Well, it's 6.4 right now. Pretty sure. Let me check. 6.43. I fluctuate between 6.4 and 6.45. And if I go any lower, it's not gonna do so well. So, but again, I'm gonna double check the pH probe just to make sure that it's calibrated. I'll do that this week. As long as everything goes well this week. I want to get out and do some more hunting. It's the last week of officially just in the woods alone archery time. So I'm going to try to get out this week. I did not this past week. Just too much stuff going on. So nope, didn't work out. Anyways, got my Senai, which I'm still waiting for someone to make a holder to test easier. Turning up the lights slowly so my corals don't just look green. Yeah. I gotta build that fucking thing. Let me write it down again, Gabe, for like the 4th time. Build Gabe's Senai Reef holder because he won't shut the fuck up. Okay, all right, there we go. Got that. It's on the list, Gabe. I'll take care of it for you. Moving down. Reborn is hard to get in quality. Is different. Looks like smaller pieces of small shells than usual. I noticed that in a batch. My last batch, which I got from somebody, is that there was more shells in it, which kind of is weird. Thanks, Gabe. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Again, the quality. There was people posting stuff like that. They were getting cigarette butts in there. They were finding pieces of wood. I found pieces of wood, but it was nothing crazy. It was like a little stick or twig here and there. It was nothing insane. So, I mean, I don't know. You can go on and Google Reborn, in the forums, and I'm sure somebody has something to say. Oh, I found a finger or something in there. But what's up, guys? But yeah, if you guys have any questions that you guys want answered, you can put them in there, or I'm just going to talk on my ass. I don't care because I got nothing to do for the next hour. Let me rephrase it. I got to do a water change, but kind of just holding that off. But yeah, Fish Room. Anyways, we're going to be bringing back the grow out disc because I'm actually not moving right away. I'm changing up some things, waiting a little bit longer. So I'm going to be bringing back the grow out disc, and we're going to be putting some more corals in the 300 now that I've chopped it up quite a bit. I'm going to be putting some of my fast growing easy SPS that sell very quickly. I need another spot for them. I have a couple discs with them, just not enough room. So I'm thinking about putting them in the 300 just to kind of, I guess I wouldn't say take up any space. There's not really much in there now. And yeah, so wait till you guys see Bertha. I can't wait for you guys to see Big Bertha. She's got her streamers going now. I don't think it's even a her anymore at this point. I think it's pretty much a dude. But here we go. Buy a water box or build a VW engine. I don't know how to build an engine, so that shit ain't happening. Let's see here. Let me go over and reload this video. Okay, it froze on me. Here we go. But yeah, other than that, we're gonna be moving some 3D printer stuff around. I know, like I said, Scott's gonna be here. I gotta rebuild the canopies. You guys are gonna see that in a Fish Room update, hopefully within the next couple weeks. You guys, I haven't done an update on the 300 in 2 months? Scott, when was the last time I did an update on the 300? It's got to be like 2 months, 3 months maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time. All the new acros that I put in there are doing pretty well. They're all branching out, growing, no problems. And my Pelosipora, my green Pelosipora, decided to have a whole bunch of babies, and it's spread all over the tank. So I've been in there scraping off this Pelosipora off the back glass. It's attached itself to every rock structure. There's probably like 40 freaking colonies, just mini colonies of this green Pelosipora, and I've been just chopping it up. Yeah, it's fun. It just had a bunch of babies. It did in my frag tank too, so that's interesting. Yeah, like 2 or 3 months for sure. Stop assuming gender. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done an update. I don't really have any excuse. I just haven't done it. Shit, Scott, when was the last time you were here? Because that was the last time I cleaned the glass was clean. It's been a while too. But we're going to be also rebuilding the Fido station. That's something that we've been looking into, actually converting from our usual bottle setup to bags or a long cylinder. We're just trying to decide what would be easier with, like, maybe a tap at the bottom, something I could probably incorporate with 3D printing. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the works, man. We'll see how it turns out. What's it say here? Would dumping calc paste in a coral kill it? I mean, it could potentially burn it, I would assume, depending on the coral. But I don't know. You might get depending on the size of the tank and how much calc paste you put in there, you might actually have some spikes in alkalinity with that. So I mean, you got to be kind of careful with that stuff. But I don't know. I've never tried it. I mean, the concept maybe makes sense. You smother the polyps and it causes it to suffocate or whatever. But I mean, other than that, I don't really think. I don't know. What made you ask that? To just question it, because usually people kind of do stuff like that for Aptasia and all sorts of stuff. Let's see here. But yeah, so I'm trying to think. What the hell was the other thing Scott brought up the other day? Yes, the imported system. Yeah, that's what I want to tell you guys. So we got a bunch of new colonies that are coming in this week. I know that I told you guys I was going to put up a bunch of crap for that. A couple weeks ago, I told you guys I was going to put up more corals. I just didn't get to it, so I apologize. So I ordered some in from 2 of the wholesalers I have, because there was a pretty big sale in the Indo stuff. So I've got in like 6 colonies, something like that, 6 or 7. I have to look. So those will be up on the site hopefully within the 2 weeks. It's one of those things that I just it's there, but it's kind of hard. Like I said, Scott hasn't been here in a little bit. We got some issues going on with the cars and shit, so he just hasn't been here, and it's been pretty difficult to get everything done. So our live stream, our live stream was a month ago. That's right. I was looking into dosing some calc on the side with my georeactor to help with the pH a bit. Why you take yours down there? I remember you did a DIY. Well, I took down that calc reactor because I gave it to Scott to use in his system, and then he decided to take his tank down. So I didn't really need it. I built it for the DIY aspect of it, just to actually build it. It did serve a purpose, and it did fine, but I don't know. I just didn't really need it. I mean, my pH is pretty decent. Plus, I'm running some tests now with some DIY scrubbers and stuff like that to see if I can help with pH. But overall, it's fine. And with the amount of SPS I had and kind of the system being complex as it is, keeping the additional system on there, like running the calcium reactor and the calc reactor, it was just, with everything, it was just too much to pay attention to all the time. So the pH benefit really wasn't that much to justify the additional time it would take to make sure it stays stable and consistent. But again, the DIY aspect of that was actually pretty fun. So that's really why I built it in the first place. Let's see here. Even better, Pulsapora babies. I don't know if it's better. There's a ton of them, a ton. I have to get in there with the bubble algae tool that I make, that I have on the website, and I actually can get in there and kind of scrape them off and get up underneath them and pop them off the rock structure. But yeah, I mean, they're everywhere, and they're stinging the shit out of everything too. So I had that Pinky and the Bear colony down at the bottom right, and it's been doing pretty good. And I was like, why does it look stressed out? And then I look underneath it, and there's a Pulsapora growing up through the colony. I'm like, oh, typical. So that was fun. Let's see here. Speaking of streamers, my blonde nasal is about 7 inches, and I'm wondering if it's going to get streamers. It looks like some may be starting at what size age do they start? Well, I don't really know. I don't know the exact age for that specific tang, but I know that Big Bertha here is only 2 years old, and I don't know how big she is. She's almost a foot. She gotta be pretty close to a foot. And she's starting to get them. I don't really know with the nasos, to be honest with you. I've never had a tang get that big that actually had streamers, because they either grew out my tank and then I had to get rid of them. But she seems to be pretty decent. I don't know, man. I wish I could help you out with that. I don't really know the blonde naso. You'll start telling, because at the very tip of the rear fin, you'll see it starting to curl in and then go out a little bit. And it should be a different color, start to show a different color compared to the rest of the fin. So that's a pretty good indication. Let's go here. Let's see. What is your pH now? I don't know. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I just got kicked off my own stream. Thanks, YouTube. That fucking sucks. Let me go ahead and get this screen share back up. Can you hear me now? Am I good? Yeah, I was talking and then it was like, piss off, man. So hopefully that's good. So anyways, pH is 7.92. It's about average on a day like this. We good? Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. It kicked me, man. I don't know. I didn't swear in the last. Did I say something bad that I don't remember in the last 20 seconds? Anyway. What the heck is this Joker tanking about? Now, what's up, everyone? I don't know. If you were here for the intro. If not, you should rewind and listen to it because it was interesting. Reef Aquariums. I was just going to ask the same question, but my blonde naso is about. Okay. How big of a buck you going to kill tomorrow? I already got a buck this year already, so I can only shoot doe. I got 3 doe tags left. My buck was an 8 1/4. It's a pretty big body though. It was a heavy. You can check out my Instagram. I have some pictures of them and all that stuff. But yeah, it's only doe tags left for the year, fortunately. All right, cool. We're back. I just got to wait for my other side of my other stream to catch up because it's not. There we go. Did you set the CO2 scrubber to recirculate? Not yet. No, my plan was to test the single inlet from the air within the room, and then I was going to do another video with it recirculating and then trying different medias along that. BRS is sending me another bag of media just to double check because after I posted that picture on Instagram, I got a few messages. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna double check. Just maybe I had a bad batch of media, so I'm gonna try that again. Give it a whirl and see how it does. The issue I was having with that stuff is it wasn't changing colors, and it was only lasting about 2 days, 3 days max, maybe. So yeah, so I've got another bag coming in. I'll try it out this week. We'll see. But yeah, you guys know I try to give the most honest review and opinion on things. So sometimes that isn't always the nicest, but I like to tell people what they're getting themselves into. But anyways, welcome everybody to the live stream. If you have any reef related questions, put them in the comment section. If you have, I guess, any other questions that aren't too inappropriate or are not going to bait me to take this live stream and get it demonetized, then feel free to put that stuff in the comment section. Other than that, I'm going to enjoy this warm ass seltzer water and see what's going on. Have you ever tried the Triton method? Yes, I have a whole video series on the Triton method. It was on I think it was a 30 gallon. I'm pretty sure it was. Scott, it was 30 gallon, right? Pretty sure it was 30 gallon. Yeah, so I got a whole video on it. Oh, shit, clicked on the wrong one. Tips to help get my PO4 back up. I had dinos a while back, finally got them to go away. Then cyano came, and that is now gone, but I cannot get a reading on my PO4. NO3 is sitting at about 20 ppm. I would double check your PO4 test kit, and if you can, try multiple test kits because I've had issues with the just not testing properly. So I would consider doing that. Also, try the HANA checker if you want something a little bit more accurate if you're not already using that. Now, if you get your PO4 up, you can dose it, or you could feed stuff like nori, which is really high in phosphates. But yeah, I do sell nitrates and phosphates on the website. So if you want to snag some PO4, I'll ship it out to you Monday. But yeah, other than that, you check your test kits, make sure they're correct. If you have cyano in the tank, then your phosphates are already high. So, if you see cyano, you don't need to be dosing anything for phosphates. And then, yeah, if everything checks out, then you can just dose it. Yep. Do you think growing plants in the basement can help? I'm sure it can to a certain extent, but I don't know. I've had people ask that before because I used to have the garden down here before we kind of got really busy and I had to make some adjustments and move some benches around and make stuff. But I'm sure it can help. It is, you're breathing down here CO2. The thing is, the basement is actually part of the central air system here. So the whole house, all the air circulates through the entire house, including the basement. So it's not like it's just stale air down here or anything like that. So right above me we have the vent, and then I also have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have about 1,200 square feet per minute of air being pulled out of this room. So it's always good air coming down, and also the carbon monoxide getting pulled out. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure plants can help, but you probably need quite a bit of plants, I think. What is a good phosphate ppm? 0.07 to 0.15 is usually my target range for SPS. I've been pretty successful with that. If you have soft corals, you can get away with a little bit higher. Just be careful. Once you start getting around, the two or so, you start getting some cyano. So just keep that in mind. Let's see here. How much RO do you use per week for the 300 gallon? I do about 30. What is that? 30. I do one container, so it's about 35 gallons a week on the 300 gallon, and then on the imported system, I do about 5 gallons a week. So I guess a total of maybe 35, 40 gallons max per week in RLDI water, evaporation wise. Hey Travis, hope all is well. My question: I have a purple stylophora. It turned a white except for a little tip. Should I leave it? Maybe it will come back. I would just leave it. I mean, if it's all turning white, I mean, anything you do to it is just going to cause additional stress. So you might as well just see if it comes back. Yeah, I mean, the chances are pretty slim if 90% of it's already turned white, and then again, cutting it is not gonna help it any. Damage is already done. Do you ever throw away that 6-month-old phytoculture, or are you still trying to raise the dead? Oh, it's gone. I did additional videos on that stuff. I think I have 3 videos on that phytoplankton stuff. And I tried to bring it back, and it died within 24 hours. So it's gone. Oh, I got to scroll up. 1 second. I have both HANA checkers. Okay, so you're using HANA for calcium and HANA for nitrates and phosphates. I think when Scott comes over, we'll do a live stream, and he'll be his first time using the HANA checker for nitrates, and we'll see how he does with my basic directions. It'd be funny. Or we'll just see if he figures it out without it. Let's go. I have a 180-gallon tank. It's 4 months old. All Tonga branch. Any suggestions on what would grow well? I need a lot more information than that, Bobby. I mean, whatever grows well is whatever you want to grow in there. I mean, I don't know what your parameters are. I don't know what your lighting is. I mean, there's a lot more information. Water volume and branch, the type of rock you have doesn't really do anything for me there. But yeah, drugs are bad. Okay. But yeah, so I don't know, man. Whatever the fuck you want to put in there. Thank you. I'll be getting some of your PO4. Sweet. Yep, it'll ship Monday. What do you think about growing weed? I don't smoke weed, and I'm sure I could grow it. I mean, I can grow it pretty well. I can grow, not it, but I can grow plants pretty well. I got the green thumb, so they say. But yeah, I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do anything. I'm pretty boring dude. So, yeah. Cali weed, yeah. 5-foot tank. Currently, I have 2 MP40s on one on each side, and a single return. Flow seems to be good for all my LPS that are near the bottom and on the sand of my tank. How many more pumps for acros would I do? What is it? 5-foot, 2 MP40s. I mean, you should be fine. I mean, they're running at 100%. I mean, worst case scenario, you can put 1 MP40 at the top and maybe put one towards the bottom, not too far where it's going to start blowing the sand, or you could put them on the back wall, do 2 on the back wall, or even 1. Yeah, you can probably add 2 more if you want to spend the money. I mean, it's not going to hurt. Just make sure you don't mix up the sand. What salt do you recommend LPS corals? I use the Fritz Blue Box. It's pretty good stuff. I haven't used anything else since I started this setup, and I've been pretty successful. So, Fritz Blue Box. Officer, I'm growing weed in my basement to help my reef tank. I don't think that's going to work out. I mean, you could try, but I don't think that's going to work. What RO system do you recommend? Well, my personal RO system is one I picked up off eBay. It's a no-name kind of thing, and then I got it really cheap. And then I went ahead and added additional RO filters, like I did the dual RODI. Sorry, yeah, RO filters. I added the 3-stage DI from BRS. Pressure valve. Sorry. Oh my God. New check valve, just stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if you want something that you don't have to put together, I know BRS and Marine Depot, they both sell kits. pre-assembled. Kind of you just have to connect the tubings. They're pretty good. You got to pay a little bit extra for the convenience of having it built for you. But if you're able to do the research, then you might want to get something off eBay, and you can kind of add your own stuff if you want. But yeah, that's what I do. Let me get this. All right, there you go. Go away. I'm trying to get this bar to go away on the screen over here. Go away. Nope. Fuck out of here. Whatever. Let's see here. You guys are still talking about weed. Okay. Hi, Travis. How's it going? It's going. What is your thought about pH is above 8.5? My PO4 is at or between 0.1 and 0.15. Would it cause any issues with acros? I mean, as long as you don't bottom out in your PO4, you should be fine. I'd still come up a little bit more. I wouldn't let it get down to 0.1. 0.15 is the max that I would go to. So try to get it down to that 0.07, and then stay in between that fluctuation there. As for the pH being above 8.5, I would double check to make sure your pH probe is calibrated correctly, because I have a pH probe in here that says I'm at 8.7 on my imported system, and I know it's not there. So, yeah, you might want to double check your pH probe calibration wise. But yeah, I don't think you're gonna have any issues. I mean, your pH is based off of the CO2 in your tank and the alkalinity level. So, if anything, I would double check to make sure your alkalinity wasn't too high. Because you might, I mean, if you're rocking 12 DKH or higher, that could definitely be part of the reason why your pH is really high. So double check just to make sure. Yeah, let's double check that. Have you tried any not reef safe triggers in your reef tanks? No. The reef tanks that I build are for growing and selling coral. So if I add some mysterious fish in there that might have a bad day or whatever, I was going to go off on something there. We're not going to do that. Scotty boy almost messed that up. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to take any chance to put some trigger in there that's going to destroy my business. So, yep, moving down. Will Dr. Tim's EcoBalance help with water changes each week to keep my bacteria in balance so I don't get dinos and cyanobacteria? It can help. I use it in my system here. I dose it once a week. I dose Aquavitro seed and EcoBalance once a week, and not on the same day. I split it up, of course. And you just got to be careful. Don't overdose it. If anything, underdose per your recommended water volume, because once you start overdosing, that's when you're going to run into issues with bacteria and shit like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. But yeah, I mean, it helps, keeps the system stable. Of course, that beneficial bacteria is what fights off dino, but ultimately you want to keep your nutrients in check, because once your nutrients bottom out, that's when the beneficial bacteria really dies off. And then that's when dinos takes hold from that point. By the way, they're the best reefer YouTuber in history. I don't know about that, but I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it though. What's your advice dipping corals if they show signs of receding or tissue loss for LPS? Yeah, I mean, I have never dipped a coral like an LPS that was receding or anything like that, because usually the stress of just removing the coral alone could be a problem. But I will say that I have known people who have dipped in iodine when they started getting brown jelly and stuff like that, and they were able to save the colony. Maybe not that particular head, but the colony in general. What I do is, say I have a colony of like maybe 10 heads of Euphilia. If, say, one of those heads starts getting weird, I will cut that head off. I'll just go in there and snip it off with bone cutters. It remove the problem altogether. So, yeah. Scott's like, stop. Yeah, I get it, bro. But yeah, so, I mean, I usually don't stress out the colony anymore by taking out. Yeah. Usually brown jelly's a little iffy too. Usually if it's there, you just kind of got to siphon and cut off that portion and hope to God that it didn't spread to the rest of the colony. I had a file fish that ate polyps strings on a millie like spaghetti. Yeah, that would piss me off, man. No, thank you. And like I mentioned before, if you guys have been here for a while, my favorite fish is the tangs, because they work. They're always doing something. They look cool. They're kind of aggressive, which is, is nice for the theme of the tank. And they don't eat your coral. Those are all good things. All good things, for the exception that they do tend to kick each other's asses. But other than that, they're pretty good. Do you still use Acro Power? You did a video about it about a year ago. Any updates on the product? Yeah, it works. I mean, it's like sugar water or something. I think somebody drank that shit before. So I think one of my friends, Sean, before he got out of the hobby, was telling me that you could drink that stuff. Don't do it. Let me a little disclaimer here. Do not drink Acro Power. Fuck, man. One of you idiots are going to do it. Fucking Travis told me to do it. No, don't do it. Fucking don't do it. One of my buddies said that he knew somebody that did, or he did, or I don't remember the story, and he said it tastes like sugar water. I don't fucking know. But either way, it seems to be fine. Helps polyp extension. It's just one of those things I have here. I get it for wholesale, so I don't really spend a lot of money on it, so it doesn't really bother me if I use it or not. Anyway, yeah, don't drink Acro Power. Don't drink anything. Fucking people, man. Who's messaging me? Is that you, Scotty Boy? Oh, okay. Okay. Nope. That's my neighbor looking where he can get worms so he can feed the bearded dragon. Anyways, if I am changing tanks and upgrading to a larger size, should I keep all the sand I had in the old tank and bring it to the new one, or should I buy all new sand? Well, I would at least clean the sand if you want to keep it. So that means putting it in 5-gallon buckets or whatever, adding a garden hose and just kind of letting it raise to the surface, mixing it around, getting all the junk out of there. I would I would at least try to clean it as much as you can, and do it until the water runs clear, and then add buy more sand or whatever else you need to get to the whatever sand level you want in the tank, and then you can just reuse it. But I would not remove it from a tank and then dump it straight into another one without cleaning it. I wouldn't do that. So here we go. Yes, please don't drink the fucking Acro Power. Please don't. All right, next question. I have a 100-gallon tank losing corals. Parameters are fine, except phosphates at 0.10. Tonight, I'm going to do a 50% water change and install a GFO reactor, and also order bigger skimmer. Do you have any suggestions? Well, I would say don't do all of that at one time. I mean, you can order your skimmer if you want. When you have things going south in your system, you kind of got to do a process of elimination. You kind of have to step back and figure it out. Right now, your phosphates are not that high. Okay, that level of phosphates is not gonna kill your corals. It's just not gonna do it. Let me get a drink real quick. So phosphates not your problem. 50% water change might be a problem. Make sure the temperature matches. Make sure the salinity matches good. Because you might run into issues doing such a big water change. I'm trying to think. What else would I look at? What are your nitrates at? I mean, are you bottoming out on your nitrates? Are they really, really high? And when you say you're losing corals, are you just losing SPS? Are you losing LPS? Your ZOA shrinking up? I mean, you need a little bit more information. But yeah, I mean, I would start looking at things around the tank. Is there any kind of like chemicals in the air, spraying, air fresheners? Did you kids put their hands in their tank? Did you drop your balls in the tank? I mean, did you take a shit in the tank? I mean, there's things that you've done around the tank that could be causing any issues. Did your wife find your phone and all your text messages talking to other chicks and shit's going down? Those are the kind of things you want to take in consideration before you start doing 50% water changes and buying a bunch of shit. But I would do some carbon though. Definitely add some carbon. If not, change your carbon out. Moving on before we go off rails on that. All right. How old do you think a tank should be before you do an ICP test? I don't know. Whatever fuck old you want to be. You can do an ICS. You could do an ICP test whenever you want, Gabe. Doesn't matter. It's whenever you feel like spending $35. I know you got money, Gabe. You bought a lot of coral from me. I know you got money. So just go do it. Fucking around. Acro Power cures coronavirus. Oh, Jesus. Don't tell the left. Fuck. Anyways, moving down. I didn't know what happened. Dr. Travis said you could drink. Oh, Jesus. No, don't do that. Do you think people that have successful reefs should share their ICP test results? I share my ICP test results. What do you say? My shit ain't nice, man? What's up, Gabe? How are your friends? I mean, they can, but it doesn't mean anything. I mean, ICP test results just kind of tell you, you know, how your water is. Not exactly everything you're doing to the water. It's not talking about your daily maintenance. You're not going to see, you know, their habits of taking care of the tank and their flow. You're not going to see their lighting. And there's so many other aspects that even if you did see someone's ICP test, who cares? Who cares, Gabe? Nobody cares. That's why. Nobody cares. That's why when I do an ICP test video, like fucking 40 of you guys watch it, I'm like, why did I waste a half an hour even going through this shit? Nobody's watching it. Hence the reason why you guys haven't seen an ICP test video, because nobody cares. Story of my life. Moving down. What's going on, Darren? Rogue Aquariums. My 80-gallon system is packed with coral. Sweet. Going on 2 years old, only 4 fish. Would that be why I have problems with nutrients bottoming out? Yeah. I mean, 4 fish in an 80-gallon is definitely not a lot. Yeah. That's definitely part of it. I mean, you didn't say how many fish you had. What do you got? You got 4 giant tangs in there? Or do you got 4? You got 4 clownfish. So, yeah, Gabe cares. That's nice, Gabe. I'm glad you care. Moving down here. I have 5 ICP tests laying around that I've never used because I'm lazy. Yeah. It's because you got that money, Gabe. So, you know. Yeah. I told you you'd have them. All right, next question. Okay, Travis, love watching your videos, and I love reefing. I'm an active duty EOD. What is the meaning of reef tanks for veterans? So what that means is if you follow me on Instagram, you can see what the build we have. So well, before coronavirus came, we did what we do is I take a portion of my sales every day, and we save up money, and we get donations from tanks and equipment and all sorts of stuff. And I build reef tanks for veterans who have post-traumatic stress disorder. And, yeah, we did a build in Ohio last year for Mike. And, yeah, so we're just kind of waiting for all this nonsense to go away, and then we can do another build. So whenever the hell that's done, probably in 2024, maybe we'll be done talking about fucking coronavirus. Stupid shit. Anyways, moving down. I have 4 fish in a 15-gallon nano. Everything is balanced, though. Was this a part of a question that I missed? Scrolling up to see if you said anything intelligent. You said LOL. Nope. You did not. Oh, you said LOL twice. Oh, anything else? Oh, you said wow. All right, so this is apparently not about a question that you had. So either you're fucking talking to somebody else. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, did your Matrix bar sit on your stomach like the cement? I haven't eaten it yet because I actually I don't know, Darren. If you didn't listen to the first part of the video, the intro, you'll figure out why I was a little late. But no, I didn't get a chance to eat it. It's like a jelly donut flavored protein bar. I'm sure it's gonna taste like dog shit, but I'll eat it tomorrow. I can't eat it today. Yeah, I'll have it tomorrow. Oh, shit. Let me see here. I haven't been on watching. How's your stock on frags? Frags are full, man. I got more green digi. They're like half of my low boys green digi. I got so much green digi. That's why it's buy one, get one free right now. It's like, got to get rid of this shit. It just never stops growing, man. I can't. I give it away. It's been buy one, get one free for months and months. And I sell hundreds of frags of it every month, and I still can't get rid of it. It just fucking never stops growing. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of frags. I got a lot of stuff. I gotta get working on the WYSIWYG. Guys, a lot of shit going on right now. I haven't been able to get a lot of work done. So at least the work that I want to get done. So just give me a few weeks. Give me a few weeks to get adjusted, and things will go back to normal. I promise. I want you to know I'm broke college student and I dance so I can't afford to eat. Well, ugh. I guess, I mean, you could send me a link. I mean, can I find you on Pornhub? Gabe's Reef Tank. Ugh. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I guess have fun, man. Moving down. So more fish than LOL lost most after Velvet. Got through QT, only 4 survived. Yeah, so you might want to get some more fish. Or you can dose. I mean, you can. Well, I would say dose while your fish are in quarantine, and then you can add your fish and then slowly back the dose off as your nutrients increase. Or you could feed more. I mean, it's up to you. There's many different methods. I'm not trying to convince you to buy my products. You can buy it if you want, but I mean, you can either feed more, you can add more fish, but it's up to you. It's up to you. Excuse me. I did not mean to burp in your ear. Oh shit! Did you serve? ? Also, I'd be placing an order with you soon. The PCS got me fucked up. Yeah. I was. Yep. I did Army. Yep. 10 years. Afghanistan. 07, 08. Yep. Oops. Shit. Scroll down. Moving down. You guys don't like that bar, huh? It says jelly donut protein bar. I mean, how bad can it be? I mean, it's probably going to be. It's going to be all right. I mean, okay, David, I've eaten some pretty bad stuff, okay? Those bars are not that bad. Plus you can pretty much eat anything when you're hungry enough. Have you thought of doing a 3D print for probe holders in your sump, since some people have had issues with magnets leaching metals? Yeah, I want to make one. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do it because if I do a hang on the rim, it might not go down far enough for the water. I just have to feel. I think I might do like a suction one if I have to, because the magnets are a little bit of an issue. Hey, David, thanks for the super chat there, buddy. But yeah. For $5, I'll hide the banana. Find a banana. God, Gabe, the imagery. Thanks. I appreciate that. That's great. That's fuck, man. Whatever suits you, I guess. Ugh, I can't say anything bad or I'm definitely going to get demonetized. How would you recommend getting rid of Colia dinos? I have to look it up. I have a guide on that. I don't know. I have to look up on my PDF. It's one of the ones. I don't know. I got to look it up. There's like fucking 4 different kinds that I've been seeing a lot of when people send in their ICP tests, or not their ICP tests. I have dino identification program on the website, so people send in samples of the dino, and there's been 4 different species that I've been seeing a lot of, and that's one of them. But I don't remember exactly everything that I had in my guide. I wrote it out once. I keep it there when I need it, and when somebody has the same one, I match it up, and then I send them the guide and go about my business. But I don't remember off the top of my head. I got to burp again. Man, this fucking seltzer. All right. Get ready to start my 120 gallon. And I'm going to be using this. Astomouth Aquariums products. Colony nitrifying bacteria. Marine and Dr. Tim's ammonium chloride. What correct way of doing this? I don't know. I'd say just cure your rock the way you should in a brute trash can. Give it some time. You can add beneficial bacteria, add a little bit of food, and leave it alone. You can do all that if you want, but I don't do that. That's just too much shit. I don't do that. I do not do that. Making it too complicated. Hey Travis, I bought some Setosa from you a few months back, and it's encrusting and expanding quite a bit. But it's not growing up at all. It's roughly 400 par. It's approaching my digi. What can I do? Well, yeah, your par might be a little high for Setosa in that area. But, yeah, you can just go in there with bone cutters and just trim it away. That's what I would do. Who will win? That's a good question. I'm trying to think. When I had the green digi growing into the Setosa 300, Setosa died. Yeah, Setosa will not win that battle. My green digi mowed it over. So yeah, consider maybe just cutting it back with some bone cutters. Should be all right. Your tank is looking good. Yeah, this is the video from January, so it don't look like that. I don't look anything like that right now. Nothing. Not even close. Nothing. Nope. None of it. Have been a long time viewer. Any way to send a video question? I guess we can do that. I would say you could upload it on YouTube and then email me the link. Yeah, if you guys want to do video questions, I don't mind. Oh shit, Jan, bringing those up and then answering them. If you want to do video, it's up to you, man. I don't care. Whatever's easier. Just make it probe holders that will hang on to the baffle and with a screw in the secure. Yeah, I could do that. Where can I find the shirts? If you go to my website, or I believe in the description of this video might be, you should see my Teespring store. You can go to teespring.com and type in Fish of Hex, and you can see all the shirts there. Or you can just go to fishofhex.com and go to shit. What the fuck is it? Oh, what is it? Let me see here. Oh, you can go to dry goods, t-shirts, and then you can click on any one of these. I have more of them, and it'll bring you to my Teespring store. So yeah, you can do that. There you go. Say no to seltzer. Yeah, I like it because I don't like soda. I'm not a soda fan. It's just too much sugar, man. It fucks with me. So I like seltzer because you still get the carbonated sensation. Like, I like that sensation. She said, and but it makes me gassy and fucking it's fun. Makes me look like a pregnant chick when I drink it. Do you ever have a clam in your tank? Whenever I hear the word clam, man, my brain just goes straight to the gutter. It is what it is, man. It's one of those things. Yeah, I had a clam. I had a Maximus clam in the tank, I don't know, about a year ago. Sold it to a client, and he killed it. So that's fun. Would it be too much work if someone asked you for what par a coral is at so we can place it happily in our tanks? Well, all the corals that you guys buy from me are under the same par range. It's in the description of any coral that you purchase, because you guys aren't getting coral directly from the 300. Anything you guys get has been cut from the 300, and it's been sitting in frag tanks for a few weeks. So it's had a chance to heal, and it's adjusted to lower par levels. So you guys are getting what's actually stated on the website. So, yeah. Is that good enough for you, Gabe? And no, it's not too much to ask. When are you doing your upgrade? I don't know. Not 2021. 2022. I'm not moving this year. I am going to continue to grow my business. I got a lot of stuff in the works, and when I'm ready to build a house, I got to make sure it's perfect. I got to make sure everything lines up perfectly. So, just gonna wait, and just gonna wait. It's not the right time. So it's just not the right time. So we're gonna move on and do that a little bit later. I plan to get a max spec jump skimmer 400 for my 140 gallon. Do you think it's good, or would you recommend it in another brand? Let me look it up. Max spec. All right. Max spec jump skimmer 400. Let me see what we got here. Looks cool. I'll give you that. Let me look it up here. Let me see. Floating. All right, so you got the so you want the 400. This doesn't tell me the model. Okay, 400. So 25 watts, bioload. So it says 100 gallons, 100 US gallons, high bioload. Okay. I guess I guess my question would be, what do they consider a high bioload? That's the only thing. I mean, if you got a 140 gallon tank and it says a high bioload of 100 gallons, I mean, low bioload, it says 265 gallons. Pull this shit up here. So yeah, I mean, you have a high bioload of 100 gallons, a low bioload of 265. I guess if you're at a medium bioload, you'd be all right. I mean, it looks cool. I'll give you that. I like the orange. Looks like they got dual intakes. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, the price isn't too bad. Shit, give it a shot. And the fact that they say they do have a pretty decent range there. I mean, shit, for that price, yeah. See if it works for you. Moving down. New to your channel, do you have a local pickup options? If you email me, we can work something out. But I'll have to meet you in a public place where there's cameras, because there's some crazy motherfuckers out there. That's the reason why I stopped local pickup, because the wrong dude came over, said the wrong things, and I was like, you gotta go. And that ain't ever happening again. So yeah, email me. If you spend enough money, I'll do local pickup. But if you like buying one frag or two frags, you wanna meet somewhere, and it ain't gonna work out, man. But if you spend enough money to justify my time, then yeah, we'll do local pickup. Email me. What the hell? Okay, this guy. 1 year, 5 months. I went out. Oh, okay. We talk about it. Okay. I'm following you, man. You're your ATO. Okay. Going to email you about the Skype call soon as you can. Yeah, Skype calls will pick back up probably in December. Depends. It depends. I don't know. We'll see what happens. A lot of stuff going on. How would one go about getting tips on how to get rid of specific types of dinos? You can go to fishofhex.com, go to Dino Identification underneath dry goods, and you can purchase my Dino Identification, where I will ship you everything you need. And then all you got to do is put your dino sample in the vials. You're going to get me 2 samples, and you're going to mail that shit back to me. I'm already going to give you a prepaid label, and I'm going to look underneath my microscope, compare it to my charts and my other samples, and then I'll tell you what you got to do. That's it. If you really want to feel, I'm afraid to read this. If you really want to feel the sensation, just bite into a HPRL peppermint patty. Yeah. Let's go down here. Keep a clam and blame it on the salt. Keep clam. I said clam. Oh my God, I got clam on the brain. Scott, who would have known? Who would have known that I had clams on the brain? Fuck. Okay, deep end. Keep calm and blame it on the salt. Yeah, that's my favorite shirt. I actually have one of them, or actually no, I used to have 2 of them, and the other one's gone. Hey Travis, I'm looking to. What the fuck? Hey Travis, I'm looking to start dosing via pump. Watch 4-channel. What 4-channel doser do you recommend? Looking for reliability. I would buy 2 of the Apex doses. I would say go Jabo, but that stuff's garbage. Other than that, I haven't really used too many other dosers. So I went from dog shit pump to a really good pump. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a little bit more research. Probably not the best person to ask on that. But if you have the money, get the dosers. The dose from Apex. Moving down. I'm a construction worker in new and old construction. Also wondering how things are going. What do you mean going? Like for the Brandon, you talking about for the new build, the house and all that stuff? Is that what you mean? Let me know. I'll look for your comment to pop up. Would there be a negative effect having a bubble feature in the display tank? Other than micro bubbles being all over the place, causing your acros to slime up all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's probably gonna look like crap though. Bubbles just don't do well in the reef tank because one of the things is that the density of the water with the salt causes the bubbles to be a little bit more fine, and it just makes a mess of a reef tank. So I would just keep it out of there. Oh shit! I scrolled all the way down. Are you still running the AI Neros, the Nero 5s? Yeah. Yeah. I got 2 of them in the imported system and 2 of them in each of my 3 low boys. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those jokers, and they're doing pretty well. I don't have them in the 300 anymore because it just didn't work out. What the fuck is a Dino Sampo? I don't know. It's one of those nights, Scott. All right, let's go to move down here. Looking to set up a new tank, JBJ 65-gallon. How many Vortex wave makers would you recommend? Thinking 2 MP10s or maybe an MP10 MP40. Well, shit. If you're gonna do SPS, just get 2 MP40s. Call it a day. Actually, matter of fact, just get 2 MP40s in general because then you can dial them down. And if you ever need extra flow, you already have them. You didn't waste the money on the MP10s. There you go. I got an Incredible Hulk from you. Looking forward to it. Thanks. Sweet. Moving down. I believe that my 120 has finally hit its maturity. Bubble algae gone. Only dose microbacter 7 things are doing great. Good. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Have you ever DIY'd your own epoxy encased magnets for frag rack? If so, any tips? I have not. Not doing that. I just there's too many risks involved. If you get any cracks in the epoxy or any air pockets or anything that's going to get water potentially into that magnet, you could really do a lot of damage. And I'm not an expert on that stuff, so I would not feel comfortable having it in my own tank nor selling it to someone. I save that stuff for the experts. But Scott and I have looked into getting epoxied magnets, but a lot of these companies actually have to have something. There's still a little hole in the plastic, the rubber or whatever, the epoxy, because they need a way to hold the magnet while it's being dipped, right? So, and it has to dry and all that stuff. So there's still access to water getting in there. So, yeah, nope. And I wouldn't recommend you try it either. Rusty magnets do not do well in reef tanks. What main pumps are you using now? So return pump wise, I'm still using the Jabo DCS 12,000 and a Jabo DCS 15,000 or 18,000. No, it's an 18,000. Yeah, 18,000. And I have them split up. So I have, what do I have? I have the 12,000. I'm pretty sure it's 12,000. That's powering the 300, the Refugium, and the carbon reactor. And then the 18,000 is taking care of the 3 low boys, the what the hell is it, and the UV sterilizer. So, yep, we're in 2 pumps. True, David. Yeah, if you have a lot of micro bubbles in a saltwater tank, I'm gonna adjust my ass here. You're gonna have a lot of salt creep too. Yep, true that. Hey, question: any of you guys playing World of Warcraft? I know that the expansions drop in next week. I think it's next week. I know I told you guys that I was actually going to be doing the Pharaoh Druid, but my raiding guild was like, no, you're not. I'm like, fuck. So I'm going back to Unholy Death Knight. So that's fun. But yeah, anybody else playing? Let's go and see here. I tried to delete my comment. It was not funny, and it was supposed to say York Peppermint. That's why when I assumed that's what you meant, but yeah. So, what temperature do you keep your tank at during the day? My tank is at 79. Night is at 76.75. Is that too much of a swing? Yeah, that's a little bit much of a swing. I say it's 79 and then 79.5. And if it gets too hot down here, it will get to 80, and then my chiller will kick on and bring it back down to 79. So I stay within one point all the time. I think 79 to 76, 75. I think that's a little much. I would not do that. I don't know why. I mean, do you not have heaters? Your heater's too small, maybe. Yeah, that's a little much. I wouldn't do that. Moving my 100-gallon and frag tank in 2 weeks to a new house. Any tips for advice? How far away are you moving? That really determines what you're going to do. I'd say if you're moving any more than a half an hour away, I would definitely have an inverter in your car, have air pumps in your brute cans or whatever you keep in your stuff, in your fish and all that stuff. Air pumps, heaters. You want to keep that stuff alive, and then if you can, so you're moving the whole thing, so you're going to be using the same tanks. I'm assuming you're not upgrading it to another tank or anything. Yeah, I guess your goal is to get everything back in the tank in the stable as quickly as possible. Don't worry about rock structure or any bull crap like that. Your goal is to get the tank set up as quickly as possible and get your fish, your livestock, corals in there and stable as soon as possible, so you don't run into any issues. But yeah, if you're moving farther away, you definitely need to get the inverter, the pumps, and the heaters, and the bubblers, and all sorts of stuff, just in case. All right. Hey, appreciate everybody being here for the stream. Started off a little slow. We got 90, so appreciate that. Any questions you guys have, reef related, unreef related, whatever. We're already an hour. Holy I take that back. Never mind. No, I'm just kidding. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section. I'm just going to go probably for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour maybe. If the questions dry up like an old clam, then we're going to be done. Let's move down. I bought a new rainbow Montepori. I just call Montepori. Oh, here we go. Maybe we won't be answering all these questions. I bought a new rainbow Monty. How can I stop it from spreading too far and encroaching on other corals? You can't. Story of my damn life. You can go in there and you can trim it all up you want, but there's just going to be a point where you're not going to be able to do anything about it. Hence the why my tank looks so different from this video, because I removed Scott, like 22 colonies in a week, 2 weeks from the 300. Yeah, so you can do your best to trim it, but like a little bonsai tree. But in the end of the day, it's going to do whatever it's going to do. Hey Travis, I'm playing WoW now, gearing up a shaman, mage, and warrior. Yeah, I only play one character. I don't have time to do that, man. I used to play a ton of them, but yeah, I'm bumming, man. I can't do the feral druid. It's just nope, not enough utility, and it's just not working out, man. So my class that I've been playing for 10 years, I can't play this expansion, at least if I want to be competitive. So that's fun. What are your thoughts on filefish for Aptasia? I've seen them work. Brian, my buddy, before he passed away, he used to have them in his system downstairs, and I've seen them eat Aptasia. They seem to be fine. The only downside is when you run out of Aptasia, what are they going to eat next? So what I would do is I would definitely, during quarantine, I would at least get them eating regular food to a certain extent, and then if you can, throw Aptasia in there during quarantine process as well, so they have both, so they understand both food sources. Because if they're done with Aptasia and then they start munching on other things, they might bite on things that you don't want them chewing on. So that's what she said. All right. No dick jokes lately, so I guess I'll start counting clam jokes. Yeah, dick jokes. I just haven't had the opportunity to do a dick joke. I apologize. I'm sure one will pop up. Ooh, okay. What flow rate do you recommend for UV to combat dinos? It's going to be dependent on the UV, man. I couldn't get into that. Every UV has its own recommendations for that. Yeah, I mean, the slower it goes through there, the more time and contact that it has with the dinos to disrupt the cellular structure within the dino. So a slower flow rate would be better, ideally. But yeah, it's going to depend on the wattage and the UV and all this shit you got going on there. Are you ever going to make a new background video, or is this all we get? Yeah, that's probably all you're going to get for a while. I'll make one eventually, Gabe. It's like typical. Never good enough for anybody, right, Gabe? Never. You're just another one on my fucking list, Gabe. Never good enough. Anyways, moving down. All right. What do you miss most about being out of the Marine? I was in the Army. What do I miss? Blowing shit up. Yeah, I miss that. And I will say as well, it's kind of a strange. I do miss combat. I miss the fear. I miss the adrenaline rush. I miss the loud noises. I miss fucking shit up. I mean, there's a lot of things that I miss. And then you come back here to freaking Boerville, USA. Ain't nothing going on but a bunch of leftards trying to be tough, fucking robbing, stealing shit. So yeah, that's what I miss. Moving down. I had 2 Akin colonies eaten by a filefish. Yep, that's what I'm saying. They'll do it. Are you able to do a video on how to change the blade on the Griffin saw? I can do that. I can. Yes, I can do that. Remind me next time we talk. I mean, I write it down, but that apparently means nothing, right, Gabe? No matter what I do, it's never good enough for you. Anyways, moving down. All right, dude, I got Verminted snails. Shit, me too. So bummed. Hopefully bumblebee snails will help manage them. Any other tips for controlling them? Yeah, start over. Bumblebee snails will help to a certain extent, but if you got a lot of them, then nothing you can do about it, bro. Start the tank over again. I'm talking get rid of everything but the coral on a new frag plug, and then get rid of all the rock, sterilize your tank, give it about a month or so in fucking tap water, and then start over. Good luck. Fucking hate those things, man. You'll never be good enough to... Yeah. Story of my fucking life, Gabe. Moving down. Thanks for the tips. That's what she said. Moving 20 miles away or 20 minutes away. I know you don't have sand in your tanks. However, any advice on sand? I will be replacing mine for the move. Should I worry about swings and nitrates? I wouldn't worry about it. If you're not reusing the same sand, don't want to worry about it. You're adding new sand. That's fine. If you do plan on using the same sand, you got to rinse that out. I was going to say shit, but you can rinse that stuff out before you put it back in the tank. But yeah, you should be fine. Just be careful when you reset up the tank. Understand that the rock has been exposed to air, so you're gonna have die-off on bacteria. Of course, you got new sand that doesn't have as much beneficial bacteria, so you have to be cautious on how much you feed, because if you feed too much, there won't be enough beneficial bacteria to process the ammonia. So you're gonna get ammonia spikes, which cause damage to your fish, kill your coral, and all sorts of nonsense. So I usually, when I start a new tank, I won't feed it for the first few days, or when I'm starting it, like moving a tank, just because you got to give time for the system to adjust. And if you do feed because your fish are a bunch of jerks, feed very, very, very little, just to kind of satisfy them, so they'll, be normal. But yeah, you should be all right. Oh, here we go. I'm burping again, guys. Sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm just saying that. Try to be nice, but I don't really care. All right, moving my mic here. With a 40 gallon, I'm Novo. What the fuck? Thinking of installing 2 MP10s. You think this okay? Yeah, that's fine, man. Almost had a freaking aneurysm reading that. But yeah, you should be fine. It might be a little much, but just dial them down. Gabe. Is it okay to run RO and RODI for initial fill? Should I use prime? Okay, I just use, for initial fill, if you don't have any coral or any fish in there, I just use tap water. I don't care. Tap water. I started the 300 on tap water, but you can use RO, RODI if you want. I don't care. I mean, you're fine. You can use whatever. Sorry, I'm hitting the mic, guys. Yeah, you can use whatever. My verminted snails seem to have self-limited. That's cool. Oh, good luck. I'm glad for you, man. Mine, that pissed me off. They don't do anything. They're just ugly. They don't hurt anything, and they don't have any issues with streamers or anything like that. They're just ugly. And the fact that I know they're there pisses me off. So that whole situation pisses me off because I quarantined that LPS, and I had it in there, and I thought I didn't have any. It was good to go, and then I put it in the tank, and I was like, and then one popped up, and I was like, oh man, sucks. One of the reasons why I will not have any LPS in my new build. Nope, not playing that game. All right. What's the slowest growing acro you've had? I have a tenuous that is colorful and encrusting super slow. Is that your experience at tenuous? Okay, so slow acro. Usually anything that's really expensive grows pretty slow. I was gonna say my Walt Disney is growing pretty slow, but it's really not. It's actually got like 4 branches on it right now. I guess it's growing slow compared to like a Digi or a Worldwide Coral, yellow tip or a green stagger or a green slimer. So it's growing slow compared to that. I think on my whole tank, I would say probably the Walt Disney has been the slowest. Yeah, it just depends, man. Also, par and flow and all sorts of stuff plays roles in that. But yeah, I mean, if you're in the recommended range, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. They're all gonna grow at their different rates. Usually, the higher end, more expensive corals will grow slower. The Barney coral right now grows really slow for me. It requires really low par, and it grows pretty slow, but it's pretty pricey as well. So, not the Barney, sorry, the Pinky and the Bear, not the Barney, the Pinky and the Bear. But yeah, so I know I didn't answer your question. I tried. Yeah, at least give me some credit on that. I have a frag plug that I tried to cut off a few weeks ago, but couldn't. Now I see something that looks like rust mark where I tried to cut it. Have you ever heard of a frag plug being made of metal? No. I mean, if you're buying frag plugs for people who make them out of metal, they're douchebags, Omar. They're douchebags. I mean, frag plugs are usually ceramic. I make plastic ones for PETG, but I've never heard of any frag plug that has metal in it. Yeah. I mean, I've made frag plugs before that. I used to make my own frag plugs, which I'm going to try to start doing. I had a really good time making those. They were made out of cement, Of course, they had a cure. The process a little bit of a pain, but I really enjoyed making those. So maybe I'll do something like that in the future. Sky's the limit when you're bored and have nothing else to do. Moving down. What did the elephant say to the human male? How do you breathe out of that thing? That's funny. Mine would be like breathing through a straw. I'll fucking suffocate. Moving down. Dick joke, check. There you go. Andrea, you're happy now. 96 people here. Appreciate you guys enjoying or joining the live stream. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the thumbs up because instant gratification's all I'm about. So do it. Anyways, again, a quick break. We're going to do a Ben Shapiro here. Today's sponsor is fishofhex.com. Head on over there now and buy one, get one free on all beginner SPS. All acropora have been reduced significantly because I got too many corals, not enough room, and I'm trying to get rid of this shit. So again, head over to fishofhex.com and buy my shit. Use the code welcome back for 10% off. All right, guys, now we're back. And let's see here. Yes, nudies have done wonder. Oh, God. Brought 5, doing great. What the hell did I run into, Brandon? What is this? What is this? You talking about nudibranchs? Or nudies as in nudie pictures? I don't know, man. I'm hoping nudibranchs. Moving down. Does the brand of power head really matter? Are you still using J-Bos, and what power head do you use? Okay, so I use J-Bos in the 300. They're fine. They're slowly dying, though. The J-Bo, they were good a few years ago. Their DP4 dosing pump was good. It's one of my most popular videos. That J-Bo DP4. Right now, their return pumps, I haven't had any issues with the return pumps. But their power heads are slowly taking a shit. This guy wants to join the Successful Reef Facebook group. So let me let this guy in. One member request. You are now in the group. Anyway, so yeah, the J-Bo power heads are just, they're not doing it for me anymore. They're pretty expensive for the fact they don't last very long. But if you're on a budget, you can. But if they die within the first year or two, don't buy them again. Just save your money up and get something a little bit higher end. Just from, personal. Not fast enough for Ben Shapiro. Yeah, man, I tried. Yeah, I like how fast he talks. I know people say I talk really fast, but I really like how fast Ben Shapiro talks. Because that's just, my brain moves like that, man. I have no problem with it. None. Moving down. What is your fastest growing coral and fish? Okay, so the fastest growing fish would be the Vlamingitang, Big Bertha, Big Kahuna, aka Break All My Fucking Colonies fish. Love that fish. I don't know if I'm keeping her. I mean, I have to keep her until we break this system down. So she might get close to 2 foot before we take this freaking tank down. She is the destructor of destruction. She is the annihilator of colonies. She is the idiot who keeps breaking my green slimer with her giant freaking nose. So yeah, that's the most fastest growing fish. Fastest growing coral is the green slimer. Thank God, because she keeps breaking it. Yep, moving on. Actually, my green slimer on the left-hand side is growing so fast that I can't even clean the glass anymore because it's touching the glass. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm probably just going to leave it for now. All right, let's see if what the hell is somebody else bothering me? Oh, are you guys on the live stream hearing me accept people to this group? So if you guys want to join the Facebook group, it's called Successful Reef. I don't do anything in there, but you guys seem to have a lot of fun. All right, moving down. Oh God. Best tip for cutting chalice: get a bandsaw. Don't use bone cutters, and yeah, get a bandsaw. Don't use bone. Yeah, don't use bone cutters, man. It'll fracture the whole freaking structure. Not fun. Yeah. I'm having a green hair algae outbreak, and all my corals are shrinking up. Vibrant isn't working much. Who would have thought? GFO reactor was just installed 2 weeks ago. Any other advice? Well, GFO, that will bring your phosphates down. Yeah, go back and find the source of your nutrients. I say this, and I swear to God, I say this in every video, but it's okay. RODI water. So you're going to look at the very beginning. I'm burping again. Your RODI water. Is it truly RODI? Is it 0 TDS? All right. If you're making your own water and it's 0 TDS, then you're good to go. If you're buying water from the local fish store, that's your problem. Stop doing that. Regardless of what they say. I don't care what any freaking fish store says. Make your own damn water. It's well worth the investment. And then you got to look at your feeding habits. How many fish you got? You overstocked? All that kind of stuff. You guys are fucking with me right now. I swear to God, if there's another one of you guys asking to be a member on the... Yep, sure enough. Okay, guys, I'll turn that off. Let's see who this joker is. Oh, it's David. Oh, who would have thought David would have done that? Approved, David. You're good. Anyways. Oh, yeah, so just find the source of your nutrients, because you obviously got them coming from somewhere. Either you got old rock, you got, the tank is too old, you got too many mistakes made in there. Again, you get too many fish. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. Vibrant's a quick fix. GFO is a fix. It's a quick fix. It's not a long-term solution. Ideally, you want to be able to run a system with a stable, good system without having to use Vibrant or GFO or any kind of no-pox or any kind of bullshit like that. Being able to run a system, a stable one, a healthy one on just maybe macroalgae or an algae scrubber or something like that, then that's ideally what you want to do. So yeah, is your skimmer big enough? Do you have macroalgae? I mean, are you doing enough water changes? I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. Point being, just find the source. You go from there, right? So sorry for the winded answer. Sorry about that, brother. Thanks for all your input and all the questions. I'm Tank. Thanks. All right, cool. All right. Did we get 3 dick jokes already? Sweet. All right. That's what she said. Joke does not count as dick jokes. Yeah, it does not. Sorry, it does not. That's what she said. Jokes. All right, here we go. Moving down. Brandon, thanks for becoming a member. Yeah, by the way, guys, the membership now only allows you to be a member in here, and you get to be added to the ending scrolling credits on the videos. I might bring back the Q&A or something later on. With everything going on previously and now with everything going on, I don't have the ability to do Q&As every single day. I just don't. So, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe I'll do like a tier, like a Discord channel where you can just come on and talk shit to me during the day. I don't know. I mean, while I'm working down here, you can hop in and start talking shit. I mean, whatever you want. Maybe I'll do that for, $5 a month or something. I don't know. We'll see. If you guys have any suggestions for stuff that I should add to the channel or the members besides the scrolling, feel free to email me. I'm up for suggestions. I just can't do the Q&A right now. It's just not possible. Do you quarantine Chaeto? If so, how? Well, people who buy Chaeto for me, I don't tell them to quarantine it. But if you're buying it from like a local fish store, then yeah, you probably should. The same way you would quarantine anything. Any invert, I would say, don't put it in the tank where you had copper and shit like that. You might want to put it in a tank where you had inverts for quarantine. And the same thing, just put it in there, add a light that will grow the Chaeto. And if you want, you can dose nitrates and phosphates as needed, but you're not going to need to do that very often. So it has nutrient source so it can keep growing. And then you just want to look for, flatworms. Aptage is a big thing that gets caught up in macroalgae. Any kind of other pests, bristleworms, shit like that you might not want. Yeah, so, that's what I would do. Do you think the JBJ all-in-one or rather a different system with a sump? Trying to be under 1,500 budget would be good gallon size of quality. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big sump guy. Sumps just, they encourage smart decisions. That means they allow you to, have a big enough skimmer. You can, return pump can be of a quality size. It doesn't have to be this mini one that sits in the back of the tank. You have better heaters in there. You can have a refugium. I mean, there's a lot of aspects to have and benefits to having a sump. So I would consider getting a system that has a sump. And I'm pretty sure $1,500. You can probably, if you want, you can probably build yourself a system for $1,500. You can buy a 75-gallon tank or a 120-gallon tank, and you can drill it and you can make your own sump. I mean, for $1,500, you can build a system that you want. I mean, you're gonna have to make sacrifices on lighting and shit, but you can do pretty well for $1,500. I mean, you don't have to, that's one of the things that people get. Everyone thinks saltwater is a rich man's game. I mean, it can be. I mean, if you wanna run a business out of it, or you wanna have the best of the best of the best. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people spend 50 grand on a tank and never be able to grow a single SPS. But we have some joker who spent 2 grand building his own DIY setup, growing corals out of the tank. So, I mean, money doesn't equal success. It helps. It aids with quality of products and reassurance and stability with regarding like an apex and stuff like that. Yeah, that all helps. But at the end of the day, your knowledge is what's going to really progress you and give you ultimately the best system. But yeah, I mean, you don't need a lot of money to get started and to do well. Yeah, I mean, you guys saw the 125, right? That was all DIY. And I think that whole system was like, I don't know, 3 grand, 4 grand, something. It wasn't very much. So moving down. Man, we're an hour and 20 minutes in. Damn, son. I'm moving and upgrading tanks in a few months. My Reef is doing well, but the Monty and Green Slimer have crowded. It's about fuck my ass, man. My Reef is doing well, but the Monty and Green Slimer have crowded it out in a year. I need a slower growing acros. Yeah, you can just trim that stuff up and sell it. That's one of the good things about growing your own corals, man, is you just cut it and sell it and buy more coral with it. It's really good. Would you order now or in 6 months? I don't know. I feel like does this have to do with the previous question? I don't think so. I don't know. Your flamingo tang is like a child. You love it, but next second you want to kill it. Like, she's in the video right now. She looks like a baby in the video right now. Like, she looks like a munchkin. You guys wait until you see the update. Like, she's got really, really nice blue going through her. Her streamers are starting to come out. Oh, she's gorgeous. And to be honest, I think it's a dude, but I'm going to call her a Big Bertha because that's what she's been. So, yeah, I'm assuming her gender. I don't know. I can't tell if a fish has a dick or not. I'm not that skilled of an Aquarius. Okay, you guys are talking about some random shit here. Let me move this over. How's the drone flying going? Well, I haven't flown a drone in a couple months. I wanted to go out yesterday. No, the day before yesterday, but it rained. I'm going to go out the next day that it's not 40 degrees and the sun is out. So hopefully sometime next week I'll get out. I haven't flown one since I went camping a little while ago. And then I flew it into a tree and broke all the props. So I got to fix all that. But yeah, I miss flying. I really do. I got to get out there and get that done. Yes, thanks. As all well, tanks are doing great. 4 fish 2 days away from end of QT, and 2 flasher wrasses just finished TTM and heading into QT. Cool. How fast does Acropora generally grow? I would say it grows pretty fast just because, I tend to cut it quite often. I will say that your easier SPS, like your styles, your Montes, your Digis, and stuff like that, will grow significantly faster than an acro. But I do know that staghorns, like the blue and purple stag that I have on the site, that's one of my fastest growing Acropora. I don't know why. I was going to say per se like a homo, but I don't know why it grows so fast. It just does. I mean, it is getting quite a bit of par, so that might be part of the situation. But the problem is why I can't really answer that for you is because I've never seen the potential of a colony actually grow. Ever. I've always had to cut them prematurely to, sell and, continue growing the business and paying the damn bills. So, I never really got to see a colony become, I guess, a real colony. So one of the downsides to having this hobby be your business is there's certain things you just don't get to enjoy. And enjoying full tank of a full filled up rim to rim, glass to glass filled up tank is not something I've ever been able to enjoy because I always got to cut it. So, why did the Little Mermaid wear seashells? Because the D shells were too big. Oh, that's good. That's good. Because the D shells were too big. Oh, that's good. That counts as a dick joke. It does. What's the 10% off code? It is welcome back. One word. 10% off. You guys can use that anytime you want. It does not expire. It's always up. It's always rolling. So you guys can use that. It used to be 5%, and then somebody was bitching that it was only 5%. So I made it 10%. So y'all stop bitching. So I want to see who this joker is so I can say thank you to who put an order in. Oh, I knew you would. Gabe, I knew you would, Moneybags. Hey, appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. Hey, you did use the promo code. All right. That was weird. Yeah, Gabe's got 11 orders with me. Gabe. Appreciate it, man. All right, moving down. Oh. So I'm trying to scroll back down. Give me a second. I know it's quiet. Oh, 100 people in the stream. I don't get that too often. Appreciate y'all being here. All right, still no coral added or even turned the lights on yet. 3 months, 1 week in, still just 6 fish in there. Yeah, it's cool, man. If you're cycling, just cycle it. A random video question mark. I don't know what we're talking about. I mean, if you guys want to send me video questions that you want me to put up during this, then go ahead and upload it to YouTube and send me the link, and I'll put your question up. I will listen to it before I put it up for the first time because I don't need one of you jokers whipping out your 2-inch pecker trying to freaking get me demonetized and kicked off YouTube. So yeah, I will do video questions, but I'm going to listen to them before. Have you had any luck adding a tang to an established tank with other tangs? I currently have 4 different tangs in a 200-gallon and would like 5. Yeah, your best bet is to stay away from. So if you have a bunch of fish that have the same facial structure as like a yellow tang, it's more of a pointy snout. You're not going to want to buy one of those as your 5th tang. You might want to buy something like a mingy tang or a hippo tang or something with a different facial structure. And then you want to buy a tang that is roughly the same size, if not bigger, than the ones you have in there already. That way it can hold its ground and doesn't get its ass slapped into a power head. And I got to scroll back up. Man, I messed that up. All right. What the hell? I just blew my nose and didn't see a giant booger on my finger and rubbed it into my eye. I'm going to throw up now. Thanks for the information. Speaking of idiots, where's the guy that has the gun in the underwear? What's his name? He hasn't been here in a while. I forgot his name. Somebody remind me who the hell that dude is. I'm a broke person doing the Reef game successfully. Hey, well, you ain't that fucking broke, given how much you just spent about 10 minutes ago, Gabe. So you ain't that broke. That's this guy, free 120-gallon, already making money. Yeah, mostly Reefs. That's it. Yeah, it's mostly Reefs. I haven't seen him in a while. I just miss his icon. I really do. Well, I gotta see. Unless I'm reading that wrong. You're the only Gabe I know who lives in fucking Florida, so who puts in this many orders? I'm assuming it's you. So unless there's another Gabe, I mean, it's possible. Moving down. I can throw hair algae, but I can grow hair algae, but I can't grow chaeto. Any thoughts? The hair algae takes over the fuge and suffocates the chaeto. Yeah, you got to get the hair algae out of there completely, and then you can go ahead and add your chaeto back in there, because the hair algae is obviously out competing the chaeto. So yeah, you're not growing. Are you growing hair algae by chance in the main display? I mean, it wouldn't have a chance to suffocate the chaeto at that point, but yeah, try to remove it as much as you can, or at least get all of it out. Get in there with a razor blade, get it off the side of the glass or whatever, plexiglass, whatever the hell you got for a sump, and then put your chaeto back in and put a lot of chaeto. Don't put a little bit in there. If more chaeto you have, the better it's going to have chances wise to outcompete the hair algae. So that's what you should do. 72, 17, 24 high, 3 XR15 blues. That's not enough light. You can do 6 XR15s, not 3. That's not going to be enough light. Moving down. I just cycled my tank. We've been doing this for an hour and a half. Okay, just cycled my tank. It's 5 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. I'm thinking mixed reef setup. Should I lean towards 2 MP40s or 1 MP60 and MP40? Do 2 MP40s. Be good with that. The corals you sell, are they already quarantined? They're in a tank that has no pests, no issues. So yeah, technically, everything. Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. Anything that's not soft corals. So soft corals are imported. like the Zoas and the Zoas wise, those are imported corals. I don't have those. Unless I have a soft coral that says from the 300 in the title, assume that it's imported. Those will need to be quarantined. I mean, I check for everything. I have a RAS in there. It takes care of anything that might pop up, but you should ideally still quarantine them. Everything else on the website is from the 300, and you don't need to. Well, you don't need to quarantine it, but if you want to, you can. I mean, I don't have any major pests. I do have herminted snails, but they don't really go out on the corals. So, yeah, it's up to you what you want to do on that. What power heads and lights will you be using on the new build? Fucking no. I don't know. I know that it's going to be about $20,000 in lights. I don't know exactly what ones right now. I know that they're going to be Radions of some sort, but it's going to be at least 20 grand just for the amount of lights for the 1,000 alone. That's including the T5s. Flow wise, I have no idea. I think at that point I got to do more recirculating with pumps. I mean, power with return pumps to get enough flow, because I don't think power heads are going to be enough for that system. We'll see. We'll see into 2022, because we sure ain't doing that this year. Nope. Quick question. Can you suggest why my red plating Monty is doing great, but the green 1 5-inch away is STNing? No idea. I mean, you could check and see if anything's... You can check it at night and see if there's anything chewing on it. So the plating Monty is doing great, but the green 1 5 inches away is STNing. It's hard to tell, man. Is anything stinging it? Yeah, sweeper tentacles coming over from any other coral. It's the only thing I can think of, unless something is chewing on it. I mean, hopefully you don't have Montipora eating nudibranchs in there, taking a chunk out while you're not paying attention. They just haven't gotten to the red one yet. Consider looking at night with a flashlight, and you can really tell what's going on with the coral when you do that. So try that out. So we're gonna do we're gonna do a few more minutes, and I'm gonna head out because I'm about to lose my voice. And yeah. What sort of camera do you film with? I use a Samsung Galaxy 10s or some shit like that. I don't know what this thing is. Yeah, something like that. It's a 6-inch pecker. Oh God. Can you really whip out a 2-inch pecker? I guess you can. You got to move the bush out of the way, or it just looks like an acorn in a bush. Anyway, enough dick jokes, guys. Let's move on. Let's try to get something productive before I go. I was wondering if you'd suggest adding new acros before or after move upgrade. It's in 3 months. I would wait. There's no reason. You're not going to get enough growth in 3 months to justify the risk of losing that acro during the move. So I'd wait. It took 5 years to learn that my tank likes Montipora and soft corals. What is the best soft coral to grow in your opinion? I like Gorgonians. That Groob's Gorgonian that I have on the website, I freaking love that thing, man. I keep chopping it up, so it's not really growing anymore. I might have to take it out of stock soon because it went from being like 2 feet to I don't know, 7 inches, 8 inches maybe. It's definitely shrunk. But yeah, I love Gorgonians. Of course, Zoas. If you're a Zoa guy, those are always pretty easy to come by. Next question. I purchased a 260-gallon tank. Where should I buy the plumbing, and should I buy the sump or build it? Well, if you're able to build a sump and you know how to build one, that's going to be your cheapest option. If you don't want to build it, then you can always buy one. Plumbing-wise, if you want colorful plumbing, you can go to BRS and buy their colorful PVC. If you just want standard white PVC, you can go to Home Depot and get the fittings and all that stuff there. What I usually do is I usually buy the fittings from Home Depot, the white fittings, and then I'll get my red or blue PVC from Bulk Reef Supply and then use that for my plumbing. That's about it. You can get your ball valves and check valves and all sorts of valves and shit from them as well. I'm just scrolling down to see if I can find something easy. No, I'm not moving until 2022 now. Just not in the cards. It's not working out right now. So when I do move, I got to make sure, because when I move, it's my last move. That means whatever house I move into next, I'm gonna die in the toilet and on the toilet at that place. I'm gonna die in that house. So I need to make sure that everything, cross the T's and dot the I's, is perfect before I jump into rebuilding a house and building this $100,000 reef system kind of thing. I got to make sure that it's perfect, and it's just not in the cards right now. I got I got too many things I got to get done, and it's just not happening right now. So if it's meant to be, it will be, and we'll check back in at the end of 2021 and see what we're going to do then. So that means you guys get another year of knock on desk of bullshit videos down here. So hopefully you enjoy them. Ever have a problem with bubble algae? If so, how do you get rid of it? Not really a problem. I've had it here and there. Stuff comes in. The best way that I've gotten rid of it is with I'm just going to throw this out there, my bubble algae tool. I sell it on the website. It's pretty friggin' awesome. It's pretty friggin' awesome. I'm going to have to show you guys. I'm going to have to show you. I love this fucking thing. I love it. I sell a ton of these fucking things too. So if you come down here to bubble algae tool, so you can buy the tool itself, you can buy the tube holder, you can buy the kit. So most people buy the kit. So it comes with 10 feet of tubing, and you have this little holder here that holds the tube for you. And then the tool itself is actually in a way so you can dig into the rock and lift up the bubble algae. And then it's with the siphon, it automatically goes down into the tool, down into your bucket that you have the holder on. So I sell a ton of these mother truckers. A ton of them. I love them. This is one of my number one products. And I like it. It's fucking retarded. I love it. So, yeah, buy that. Moving on. You know I'm going to plug my own products, guys. You think I spent all this time making this shit not to plug it? Come on. All right, guys. I'm going to answer one more question because I have to go upstairs and finish my dump. And, yeah. So, shit. Would you ever consider switching from the Apex to another controller? Like, nope, not switching the Apex. I like the Apex too much. And I got like $1,000 in my Apex. No, I got more than that. Jesus, no. How many bars I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 EB8s. That's my second brain. I got all that crap, the pump, the dose, the blah, 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 blah. Nope. I'm going to keep using it. Anyways, that's it for the live stream, guys. Again, if you want to support the channel, head over to fishfx.com. A bunch of shit on there. You can look at it. The next orders will ship on Monday. I don't ship on the weekends. You guys know that. And, so that's it for the live stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You've been here for an hour and 40 minutes. And stay tuned for next Friday. Oh, yeah, next Friday should be good. I'm getting some tattoo work done. And I'll show you guys that. If you guys want to see kind of like what's going on in my personal life, all the dumb shit I do outside of YouTube, head over to my Instagram and follow me on there because I do random stuff all the time. You guys can check out some of the work I'm getting done next week. All right, so that's it for the live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, I don't give a fuck. I'll see you later.